I probably should do some sort of sound check. Oh, I forgot to check that. Because I've been having problems with this machine with it doing that. Let's take a quick peek here. Make sure I'm not blowing your eardrum out. Although if you lovely people could tell me if I sound okay, that would do much for my sanity. Chapter Master Artie, good to see you. Do I sound okay? Can you hear me okay? Am I super distorted and psychopathic, or am I doing okay? It looks like I'm doing okay. Excellent, excellent. And Commodore Phalanx is at you. Hi, Orbit. Good to see you, folks. I'm having a hard time gauging my own sound right now. I have the beginnings of an ear infection, so it sounds like I have a big wad of cotton in this ear, and everything is reverberating. So, apologies, Flight of the Phoenix. Good to see you, my dear. Let me grab my glasses. I'm here. The Lady D is not. Oh, right here. I didn't have them already. We're a good mood. It's a good week. It was a good weekend. Got a lot of things done. Got a content video up this week for the first time in a while. I actually had some motivation. As I think everybody here in the Gamecraft Dragon, yeah, that's it. I think as everybody here in the Gamecraft Dragon family knows, I suffered from depression, and I manage through it most days. I'm usually pretty good about it. I get through. But I've been in a swing, and the problem is it comes in swings. It comes and goes in swings. And I've been in a bit of a funk for a couple of weeks now, maybe even a month or more. And I've gotten out of it and back in and back out and again. You know, it's been back and forth. I've been mostly okay, functional. Let's put it that way. I've been able to function as opposed to non-functional. And of those of you that suffer from depression or anxiety or that type of things, you know what I mean. I've been able to be out in the world and out in public and functional. I just haven't been very motivated when I'm here at home. I throw on YouTube or throw on some music and I watch videos and I read and I ignore the world. So unfortunately what that has done is it has made my channel suffer a little. I haven't been able to do as much production as I like to do. I've got a bunch of things I've got filmed, but we haven't gotten stuff done. So, but I seem to be finally out of the woods on that one. I'm in a better place. I think I'm back on a climb up. I came out of my funk over the latter part of the weekend. And now it just sucks because I'm coming out of that funk and now I've got this horrible ear infection. Yeah, exactly, Commodore. So it's not always just sitting in a dark corner and crying. Sometimes it's just you lack the motivation to do anything. You're just like, I don't want to. You know, one of the reasons I don't watch a lot of television is, again, to be honest, one of the reasons I don't watch a lot of television is because that is something I use when I get into a cycle. I will bury myself in the television and then lose the motivation to do anything whatsoever. So, and that sucks. So I try not to get too sucked into anything major. And it's, you know, your mileage will vary. Everybody's a little different. But like I said, in good news, I'm in a much better place lately. Taking doxycycline. The ear just started up today. It doesn't even really hurt yet. It just, like I said, feels like there's a wad of cotton stuck right behind the ear. It feels like I've got it covered, so everything's kind of vibrating. So if you see me like grabbing my ear, grabbing my cheek, I'm just trying to put some warmth on there while I wait for the doxycycline to kick in, which is not really going to do. It's going to take a week, but you know, here's hoping. So yeah, you know, that's the thing. So what is on the bench? Well, if you saw the content I did this weekend, I am painting wolves, and there was a bunch of wolves that I kind of like set aside to put them aside to do my new troops, and then I realized, no, I'm going to be doing my Indominus box as wolves. So I want to get these guys out of the way. So I've got a rhino and a bunch of blood claw or gray hunters, and then some wolf guard I'm doing some guys for, and then the entirety of Indominus box. So I got a ton of wolves I'm working on. I got a large scope of them. I've got this really great paint scheme for them, and since I'm still sticking with my theme, the non-Primaris Marines are part of Blood Mains, so they're a sub company of Black Mains company. So they'll have the same symbol, but instead of it being a black wolf on a yellow field, it'll be a red wolf on a black field. So, and I've already got a number of them painted up. So these guys are just finishing up the amount I want. Then I got this rhino I'm going to be finishing up to go with that. And then once these guys are all done, I'm going to jump into my Indominus box. And I think once I'm done with all these wolves I currently have, I think I'm not buying any figures for the time being. I don't need any. I've got plenty of stuff to work on. So I'm not buying anything in the future, but I think we're not buying anything in the near future. Once these guys are all painted up, I'm thinking the next thing I want to get is I want to get a Razorback or two. Restless Kaiser, good to see you. Yeah, I want to get like a Razorback or two. Potentially, I'd really like to get my hands on a drop pod because I really want to do, you know, a Gray Hunter pack. Lady Dragon, I think she's still in the car or getting dinner right now. I don't think I heard her come in the house. She was working tonight. That's the other reason she's not here on camera with me yet, and she's not in the thumbnail. But yeah, I want to get a drop pod so I can try the whole drop a drop pod in the middle of the back line, dump it out, have 10 Gray Hunters come out. You're still at work. Okay. Drop 10 Gray Hunters out and just unleash. Or one of the other ones I've seen, which is really nasty, is to drop a long fang pack, some real big heavy duty weapons in there, and just let loose. So, but I really want to get a drop pod. Do I want Culvers? Of course I do. Don't be silly. I mean, if you guys are going, if you're not planning on going because of me, then don't go. But if you're going to go, yeah. I am paying attention. I said yes. For those of you not from the direct area or not familiar with what Culvers is heaven translated into food. A Culver is a fast food restaurant that sells basically American food, burgers and fries, sandwiches and whatnot. It's fast food. But the big draw is that they have frozen custard. Now, again, if you're not from the States or you're not even from the Midwest, you might not even be aware of what frozen custard actually is. To put it in perspective, there is stuff called ice milk, which is the lightweight or soft serve is the other name for it, where it's milk with a little bit of sugar and a lot of air mixed in to make it. Then there's the standard stuff, which is ice cream, which is a heavier fat content and thicker. That's a lot of people are familiar with, ice cream because you can get that in your home. Custard is one step up, and instead of using a heavy cream, it actually uses a nog as the base liquid that it freezes. It's heavier, it's thicker, it's sweeter, it's richer, and there's not as much air mixed in, so it's much richer, much heavier. It's a frozen treat. You'll often mix things into it. Being from Wisconsin, which is the dairy state of the United States, I am very familiar with all the different variations of how we make milk products. Yeah, pretty close. Like I said, it's like ice cream, but it's Primaris ice cream. There's the easiest way to understand custard. So yeah, it's like I said, I'm working on these wolves. I really want to, like I said, I want to get a drop pod at some point because I really want to do a drop pod. I wish there was something like a drop pod for Primaris, but with all Marines getting 2 wounds, I don't know, it's not necessary, but I might have to get a pack of blood claws so that I can drop a drop pod with 10 blood claws in the middle of somebody's back row and just let loose with it. Yeah, I'm like double thinking and triple thinking about how good I can make my wolves because I want to I double down mentally. I really want to make my wolves I want to get my wolves to a point where I can field just about anything in the range in wolf form. Like whatever variation of wolves I want. So yeah, I want to get a couple Razorbacks. I want to get a drop pod, at least a drop pod. I'd like to get an impulsor or a repulsor. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of fun you can have with some of this stuff, especially now that the boards are smaller and Melee is going to be better. Melee is better. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But again, that's the whole thing. We got to wait until we get our 2 wounds, and then our old Marines will become lovely kings of the battlefield. Because as cool as Primaris are, and don't get me wrong, I love me some Primaris. I really think the one thing that old Marines have over Primaris is their ability to different loadouts have variations in squads. Yeah, we'll still get 10. We still get 10 old Marines in a Rhino. You still get 10 old Marines in a drop pod. They're not going to change that. The thing is, if they put 10 Marines, if they give all Marines 2 wounds, I don't see any realistic reason why you can't use drop pods and Rhinos for Primaris. Now, if they want to downgrade them so that, A, you can use the old vehicles, but say a Primaris takes up 2 slots and you can't put Gravis in there, I'd be okay with that. 5 Primaris in a Rhino, 5 Primaris in a drop pod, 5 Assault Primaris in a drop pod. The thing is, if they've all 2 wounds, what does being a Primaris do for you? I guess the weapons, like the Primaris chainsword is a little better, and the Primaris heavy pistol's better. I don't know. I'm really kind of looking forward to that update to see what they're doing and how they're differentiating them, because especially for the wolves, the way that the things have been leaked, the information that has been shown. All standard Marines are going to be going to 2 wounds. All Marines, so Chaos Marines, Plague Marines, Noise Marines, Berserkers, anything that is a Marine that is currently at 1 wound will be going to 2 wounds. But not Scouts. Scouts are going to stay at 1 wound. And then, I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. Apparently, them wearing armors, wearing a decent suit of armor is what gives them their 2nd wound. It also looks like all Terminators are going up to 3 wounds, if I read that right. So, and I could be wrong on that one off the top of my head. It's been a while since I read that. You know, Kaiser, that's a real possibility. I don't deny that could be a possibility. I'd hate it, but it is believable they could do that. Although it would be weird because they'd be the only full-fledged Marines that don't have 2 wounds. And from what it looks like, they're trying to put everybody into 1 book, and then it'll just be supplements for the Marines, the non-standard Marines and the standard Marines. They're just going to be supplements so that everybody's using the same data sheets. We just use different names depending what chapter you are. That's what it looks like. Again, we won't know until October. At least that's the word that when it's coming down. I've heard October. I've heard late September. They haven't said anything yet. Nothing has been official other than them saying, yes, Marines are going to 2 wounds when the update comes out. And that means all Marines are going to go, all old Marines. I don't deny what you're saying, Kaiser. I'll be honest, I don't have a single Blood Claw. I'm a Grey Hunter guy. I love Grey Hunters. I have never seen the draw of Blood Claws. I've never seen the draw. So we'll see. I do know that I want to get, for my Grey Hunters, though, I want a lot more Melta guys. I want a lot more Meltas. With the rules that they're talking about, the way Meltas are going to be, I mean, I want to do a Devastator squad, or I'm sorry, a Long Fang squad, and it have be 4 multi-Meltas. Just Meltas are going to be so powerful. I think I honestly believe they're going to make Meltas so much more powerful with everything that they've shown about them. I want Meltas. Just the one game I played a group of Plague Marines. And I dropped a squad of 5 Terminators with a Chaos Lord in. Yeah, I agree with you there. I don't know about that, Ben. I can't disagree with that one either. But like I said, I was playing my Death Guard, and I dropped a squad of 5 Blight Lord Terminators with a Chaos Lord in Terminator armor in the back of a unit, and all 5 figures, I should say 5 of the 6 figures, were combi Melta and melee weapon. I had one guy with the flail, but the Chaos Lord and 4 of the 5 Terminators all had combi Meltas, and those Meltas, even using the current rules, Meltas did work. 12-inch range, yeah, that's short, but if you're dropping in the back row, you're 9 inches away. Something's getting lit up. And Meltas kind of make it hard to come back from that. Rerolling ones, Terminators hitting on twos, not even bother with the bolters, just melta, melta, melta. I took out several vehicles just like that. So one round took out one vehicle, one round took out another vehicle, just eliminated a threat right then and there. I can't complain about that. So and they may nerf meltas, but considering meltas were like not used in 8th because everybody thought they were too expensive and too short range, you didn't see meltas getting used. But then you know he was using old Marines, so it didn't really matter. You didn't use meltas because you didn't use old Marines. I don't know. I'm interested to see what this update's going to be. I'm really excited. I'm actually super excited to see this update. I want to see how they're going to update the Marines this quickly into the expansion. Considering we just got a host of all new Marines. I mean, these guys, the Eradicators, they're disgusting. Every battle report I've seen these things, they drop down and they do work. 24-inch range, 2 shots if they didn't move and they're firing at the same target. Wow. That's just devastating. So can you give me some towel?
Sure.
Oh. Man, it's just the point where it's starting to hurt just a little bit. Pressure's just getting to that point. Oh, I hate ear infections because there ain't crap you can do about them other than just take medication and lay down and put like a warm compress or something. So it'll be interesting to see when the Eradicators actually become purchasable, because there's tons of lists that want to use like 3 sets of Eradicators if they can get them on there. Like Child's here in the house.
Yeah.
So I mean that's the big thing I got on the bench right now, and we've already gotten into. I'm finishing up Rags, working on him. I still got a lot of detail, but I got most everything blocked in. Just got to get a few more pieces on him. They're coming along. These guys will be great. Hopefully going to get a 50 power game. I don't disagree with you there. I think they will. I think we're going to see them with the Onslaught Gatling cannon. Basically, if I'm understanding. Do I think Eradicators get different actually? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you look at the Redemptor Dreadnought, they have that small Gatling cannon on their combat hand. I think Eradicators are going to get the option that's the Onslaught Gatling cannon. I think they're going to get the option to either do the multi-melta or they're going to get that Gatling cannon as an option. I think they might get a laser option too. I think they might get like a Laz Fusel type option. Something along the line of the big Laz gun that Call developed, that's used currently by the by Mechanicus. I think they'll, just like the Hellblasters, they'll get 3 different options. You know, they'll get like the Melta, which lets them shoot twice if they're firing the same target, or shorter range, shorter range, shoot twice. They'll get the Eradicator, which gets more shots, less strength, less AP, and then they'll get the Laz, which has even less shots, but long range, big AP, big strength, D6 damage per hit, or something minimum of 3 type damage. That's pure speculation. It is absolutely pure speculation. But I think if they don't give it multiple options, they don't start coming up with some more multi kits. I think they're going to start pissing some players off. I mean, it's already bad enough that your main troops, the main 3 troops, don't have options. Oh wow, if I'm playing combat, if I'm playing the assault intercessors, I can give the leader a plasma pistol, and that's it. I don't know. I think it would have been nice if they could have given the leader power sword option, power axe option, in addition to the rest of the squad having, just the regular Primaris chain swords and the heavy pistol. You look at the regular intercessors, and they've got 3 variations on a bolt rifle, and you can get a grenade launcher. Yeah, I don't disagree with you on that one either, Kaiser. I honestly think once we start to see the multi-part kits come down, we're going to see some hopefully we're going to see some more options, because I think there's 2 ways they can go on that one, because you could say the same thing, but you look at well, that's true, they did do it with 8th edition intercessors, and it took them like 2/3 of the way through the edition, and finally they gave the sergeants the option to, we can have a hand flamer instead of his gun, and hey, you can give him a thunder hammer now. So I'd like to see them actually sell. We were talking about this before. We were chatting about this actually in my Discord about how I'd really like to see them do weapon sprues, like weapon upgrade sprues. Like it just, I don't even know about that. I think yeah, they've got the faction upgrade sprues. I think just having having a weapon upgrade sprue, or like. I know they still have it, but they used to be popular, was the vehicle upgrade sprue, which had bits to upgrade your vehicles. I think they could do that for Primaris. I think they could do it for any army. They could do it just, Marines upgrade sprue, and you get the sprue, and it's got like a couple chain swords and a couple power swords, and maybe a different kind of gun, maybe just a different looking helmet that's still a standard to the, no matter what army's using it. Some other weapon options. I don't know. I just think it'd be kind of neat. Yeah, something like that, where you could upgrade figures and upgrade, I can upgrade a squad. I can buy this extra sprue and upgrade this standard squad to some extra special options, since those options are available, but they're not actually in the kit. Like, intercessor sergeants can take a power fist. There is not a power fist in the intercessor sprue box. They can take a power sword, a chain sword, power fist, or a thunder hammer. I think the only option you get, I think you get a chain sword and a power sword in that box. And it's been so long since I bought intercessors, I couldn't even tell you specifically, but I know there wasn't, like, I wanted one with a power fist. I had to go into my bits box and pull a power fist from my regular Marines. And it looks kind of a little funny to him, because he's got like one big long arm and there's one little stumpy power arm. It's just like, do you get any weapons? I mean, you've built intercessors more recent than I have, Commodore. Are there any weapon options in there, or they all just come, I have gun? I mean, it was easy to put power chain swords on my Primaris, guys. I mean, I play Space Wolves. I have so many. I have so many chain swords. I have a box of nothing but chain swords and lightning claws. Might be a knife. Yeah, there might be a knife. I know there's one hand holding an Auspex. Look, I have an Auspex. It was useful for kill team. That much I'll say. Having a guy with an Auspex in hand was useful for kill team. The problem is the Power Fist that comes on the Primaris Captain is the only arm option got from. I have the Primaris Captain that comes with the Plasma Pistol and the Power Fist. He doesn't have. Comes with no options. You build him like he is. The option you get is a helmet or a non-helmet. You know, a bare head or a helmet option. That is the only option on him. So. I also think when they do the heads on the upgrade sprues, they need to put more heads on there. They really need to put more heads on there. Because Space Wolves go through a lot of heads. Because nobody wears any damn helmets. I mean, nobody wears helmets. Yeah, Lazarus, I believe, it has the same thing. He has a choice between a bare head and a really cool-looking helmet, but that's it. I'll be honest, I kind of want a Lazarus just because he looks really freaking cool. Man, that is. Oh, that's not a mold line. I thought I left a terrible mold line, but no, that's actually a panel line. I was about to just lose myself. Yes, more heads. You know, you can go to Forge World and get a 10-pack of heads there, and they're like $15 or $20. If they were to just sell sprues of heads, honestly, I think GW could make a crap load of money if they were to sell sprues, just sprues of stuff. Yes, for Saturday, I'm going to be bringing both a couple of 25-point lists, and I'm going to be bringing a 50-point list, so I can actually get a real size game in, if possibly, with somebody. Because as much as the 25-point games are fun because you roll some dice and shoot each other, I honestly believe the 25-point / 500-point game, it's fun to get some dice down and understand rules, but I think the reality is that it's a snowball. Once you get anything resembling a lead in a 25-point game, it's incredibly hard to come back. The ones that they sell on Forge World, they're actually for their Stormcast Eternal males. Some of them have beards. Some of them are really good. I would suggest take a look at them. I thought about picking up a pack of them just because there'd also be some different heads. And Orc, you're absolutely right. I mean, if you want my preference, I'm a 2,000-point player. I prefer the 2,000-point game. I prefer, a 3-hour, 2,000 points, shoot 'em up type game on a full-size board. The place for playing, though, I mean, we're COVID safe, masks, plenty of distancing. The tables aren't big enough to play armies that big. I think the biggest table, most of the tables are big enough to play a 25-point game on. There's one outdoor bigger table that we could get a 1,000-point game or a 50-point power level game on. And that's my plan. I'm going to basically bring a board setup so I can run a 1,000-point game with somebody else there. If there's a couple, Ben, I think it'd be good. I think we've been playing ninth long enough that we can start getting some 50-point games in. You what? You forgot about Will. Okay. Oh.
This is yours.
Thank you.
I did not get you a. God! Ah! That's my.
Well, I had to move off the chair. As you can see, woman is here. The Culver's burger, butter burger. So, not a Taco Tuesday, which is why this is Talking Tuesday. Nom. All right. Yes, Lady D, she's coming. Just so I can show this off, just so you all can see what Lady D has been working on. She has been invited to a gallery showing, and so she's been working on some of her landscapes. So this is the one she just finished. And as you can see, my wife is a very talented painter. Also, as many of you know, I had my D&D game 2 weeks ago, where I was gone for the weekend. Yeah. Yeah. I'm having a hard time taking a bite at the burger. I can't open my jaw. Yeah. Culver's. Mint. Oreo mint.
So what are we talking about?
I just shut off your painting.
It's all finished. Now.
Now I was saying, 2 weeks ago, I had my weekend-long D&D game. Can you have those boxes?
Can I like get in here?
Get in, sit down. I'll move the camera while you hand me the boxes. So I do have a Lady D finally. Look, it's a D. All right. So a friend of mine.
Yes, yes, I would, Kaiser.
A friend of mine used to play 40K during 4th edition. He has on loan with me his primary army, which was a beautifully painted Tau Sept Tau army. I have yet even to break it out because I don't understand Tau very well. I pulled it out once. I've sat down with the Commodore, who is a Tau player, and him just trying to show me stuff, and I kind of get it. The biggest problem I have with Tau, as much as I love the aesthetic, I really do, don't get me wrong, I love the aesthetic of the Tau. I have a hard time because they don't look like Marines. Their weapons to me don't look different. I have a hard time telling them apart from each other. So,
forgive my look, guys. I just got off work and it was pretty hot inside. And dog, you are not getting any of this.
So I have his Tau army on, as he puts it, indefinite loan because he has no interest in playing again because of some really bad experiences he had. And I talked about this about a year ago when he loaned them to me about the experiences he had in competitive play because
somebody didn't like it. Yeah.
No, not the paint job. They were complaining about him because his army was too
basic,
munchy. They're like, well, that doesn't fit the lore, and it's like, but he built it according to the rules. And I tried to explain to him now that that's not how the edition works. It's like if you build it to the rules, you get rated on if you win or not on if you have too many of one unit and it doesn't fit the lore. It's about the army looking good, and the army does look good. So, but he's like, I don't care. I'm like, okay.
He's got other things.
Now he's retired now, and he's trying to get rid of some of his gamer stuff. So this past D&D game, he gifted me a few toys. I am very pleased by these toys.
Why does that look like dried blood?
Where? Might be. No. And then, although I don't know I've ever seen a finished tank
With doors on the wheels?
without sponsons. I'm like, there's no sponsons. Why are there no sponsons? So, I may have to go get some sponsons and put them on there because I can't see playing without sponsons. But he was playing Imperial Guard and he had painted them up. Why would you not use them? They're I don't know. Maybe if you're just using them as regular, maybe I'll have to look at the points. So yeah, it's lovely, lovely, lovely. These are beautiful painted, and I should point out they're very basic paint jobs, but like the Commodore, this man
Very clean.
they're very clean, and this man doesn't use an airbrush, just like the Commodore. These are all hand painted, and these are all hand painted in like 2002, 2003, and they have sat in this box for close to 20 years, which is why he has given them to me, since he has seen how lovely my Imperial Guard army is becoming. I will not be repainting them to match my army. I kind of like the idea that they've been requisitioned from another army. There's also, it's really weird how different the Chimera looks. The Layman Russes look the same, but that Chimera turret looks really different to me. I have to go grab my other Chimeras and compare them. Now these are all buttoned up and sealed up, so they're not getting anything out of them. But I definitely think these look way different. At least the turrets look different. The top configuration looks different. So I gotta pull out mine to look at these, but I love the look of these guys, and I wonder if these are actually, I don't know, again, not vehicles I've used often. I'm not sure if these are actual Chimeras or if they're the Salamanders.
I'm going to eat something very naughty because I need the energy.
So yeah, he gave me 4 very old Layman Russes and 2 Chimeras that are painted absolutely beautifully. So I am very pleased, since my goal is to eventually have 13 Layman Russes.
Is there a specific reason why 13?
Yep. A unit of Layman Russes can have up to 3 tanks in it.
Mm-hmm.
You can have up to 3 units of Layman Russes in an army. That's 9. 3 tank commanders makes it 12. And then Knight Commander Pask.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
So 13 Layman Russes.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. Again, those of you That's the idea. Either that's the idea. They're either alternate regiment or knowing how the 347th Canadian irregulars are.
No, I know what happens when we have potatoes. Your butt explodes.
And so the idea is that they've been acquired. Because as I told, if you've watched my video on the 347th, the 347th is actually based on my unit from the Army. We had a habit of finding vehicles. Where'd it come from? No. The room.
You also had a habit of breaking vehicles.
Well, that's why we had to keep finding them. They must have not wanted it. They must have left the air. We'll take it.
Holy shit, hi. Really wants these damn
Oh, give her a
fries.
fry.
Hey, holy shit.
Give her a fry. Nom.
The last animal that looked at me like that has unfortunately passed away. And my God, that boy would steal my fries.
So, I've been talking quite a bit. You're finally home. You should talk. Let me eat my burger. Hi.
What am I talking about?
Warhammer.
So, disclaimer, Lady D has actually been having to put a small pause on, oh my God, she's back. Small pause on putting together my salamanders because, as we told you guys, I was invited to be in an art show that's on October 3rd and 4th, so I need to get some pieces together. So I have been painting when I am not at work. Excuse me. I'm drinking a soda for the first time in like 3 weeks. And I won't have another one for another 3 weeks. I'm working very hard at this. And you guys saw the one that Geyser was like, dude, she will kill you if you get grease on that thing. And yes, I will. I've got a couple of other ideas for art, and then I had a friend who gave me an idea for a couple of t-shirts. So, speaking of, I'll have to tell you what happened with them.
Come on.
It's hilarious, man. So, as many of you can see, I am doing much better than I was last week. Much better. My direct manager found out what happened and has been deliberately doing everything she can to lighten my load and is cheering me on for getting these paintings done. She said I'm very talented, which is very nice. My dear hubby did buy me a present before they were completely gone. So now I have
Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought.
Yep. This big boy is going to be, according to my lore, this is going to be the original chapter master.
Actually, maybe not. We'll talk about that.
Well, he's going to be a veteran.
Yes.
He was part of the original Salamander company that showed up on the planet, that showed up on the 5 moons, and they were.
Well, that's the thing, because these are Primaris, so they tried to convert him to Primaris, and it didn't work out, so they put him in there instead. That's why we're going to give you a regular Dreadnought.
Okay, so maybe this was the old man that everybody met.
Yeah.
So lots of fun there. He also got me a No Fear.
Yes,
box so that he could have the Plague Marines out of it. And there they are, and they're just at the beginning of it, it's disgustingness.
Yeah, and it was the last easy to build
available.
Yeah,
because those are bye-bye. I'm still a little pissed because I really want my aggressors.
Easy to build aggressors are gone.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to buy regular aggressors.
Even buying regular aggressors, they're hard to find right now.
Well, they're hard to find right now because they're getting repackaged, and everyone that's available wants them for tournaments right now because they're really powerful.
Oh, yeah. And it's funny because it's like I'm like lusting over these really powerful things that are great for my salamanders. I just want them because they look cool, and just the idea of these guys walking down the battlefield, just turning on the flames and just walking.
Well, and that's the whole thing. The plan is actually to buy the Space Wolves Primaris Start Collecting box.
Mm-hmm.
And other than the one dude that is very definitely a Space Wolf, just give you the rest of the box. I don't need any more. Oh my God, I don't need any more intercessors. And I don't need any more intercessors. And there's a set of 3 aggressors in there. But I'll take the officer-looking guy and the sprue.
Oh, this dog has not left me alone.
She just wants love.
She
loves you.
No, she wants my French fries.
Come here. Come here.
She pees on me. Okay, so I've been working on that, working at work, trying to keep my head up. Have some friends that have pitched in some wonderful suggestions for some pictures and the like, so I'm pretty happy about that. So if anybody has anything that they think that would be like a landscape or something, because I'm not really that good at painting people, I've got a commission for that one coming up soon. And woo! Can say also art.
Yes,
art related. I will be offering prints of some of my previous commissions, colored, for sale once they're done. But hi, how you doing?
Sure.
Oh my God, I'm not even really mommy.
Your mom.
Mommy's getting stares. I'm the one who gives her food.
Mommy enough. Yeah, and that's the thing. I that Primaris battle leader, I mean, the fact that he comes with a frost axe.
Oh, good grief.
It's hilarious.
There's another one in here.
The hilarious thing is, I'm not going to use him as the
Garrote Commissar. I guess that one is getting colored in after Mythos's, and will be actually going up for prints of it will be available for sale. I also had somebody who actually works for GW, I guess. Yeah, no, he works for GW.
Yeah.
But he's also a huge gamer. And he looked at a lot of my gamer-related art, and he said, and he's the reason why I decided to start selling prints of this stuff, because he was like, if you got enough of these together, you could probably get a booth at Adepticon, and you would make bank.
What she wants to do is a set of Art Nouveau headshots of the 18 pre-heresy Primarchs.
Mostly because some of those are a little hard to do post-heresy.
They're dead. Or their head is really messed up. Because I really, really would not want to see you try and do Angron. Doing an Angron in Art Nouveau headshot.
You do realize I want to do ones of the Demon Primarchs.
Right. But do you remember the picture I showed you of what he looks like now?
Oh, no, that was Perturabo.
Yeah, that's Perturabo with all the...
No.
Angron's the one that basically...
Yeah, I remember because it was a 4-picture. It had Angron, Fulgrim... it had Angron, Fulgrim, Mortarion... Or was it
Magnus?
And Magnus.
Which are the 4?
No, it was 6 because it was them, and then there was one of Perturabo, and it was a giant mechanical Homer head that was running around shooting laser out of its eyes.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Angron is basically, his armor is like black. It's just blackened, but there's like a light that's somewhere in here, and it's just coming out of the helmet, and his head's like, it's really, he's disturbing looking as hell. I mean,
Sounds like fun. But don't get your hopes on this anytime soon. I have got a lot on my list. What never mind, I don't even want to know. One of my dumb cats.
which is why I started doing the Building a Crusade from my perspective videos, because we have to sit down and film her doing this stuff, and she just hasn't had time. And I don't want her, I want to make sure that I make it clear to her, because with everything she's got going on in her head, I want to make sure she knows that there's no pressure on this. This is a game. This is a game we play for fun.
And
So I don't want her to feel any pressure. Well, I have to do this now. No, it's a game. Don't sweat it.
and for a bit there, I was sacrificing sleep.
Yeah.
To try and get stuff done.
And that's
yeah, it's not very healthy. So now I'm just trying to take it one day at a time. Because, yeah, last thing we want is me repeating history with what my mom did. And Mom, if you ever see this, I love you.
I would have you put a landscape on here.
Happy little trees.
No, the fang.
With happy clouds. Lots of happy clouds.
It's a mountain.
I know what the fang looks like.
It's a mountain.
Okay.
Hello, Kaiju.
Kaiju!
Well, you notice there's no children nearby. Dun dun dun.
No, it's sacrificing sleep, my hot one. And maybe this thing on my lap so I can actually.
No, look at her. She's so lovely. She's a good little girl. Aren't you a good little girl? Daddy's going to eat you up. And then put you in the pot and make chili out of you. And nobody will notice. And you're so dumb you don't even know. You just know Daddy's talking at you.
Sleep with the sleep god. Yes. Morpheus and I are friends. Oh, Jesus. Leave me alone, both of you.
The animals love the mother.
Oh, my gosh. So, Kaiju, I don't think you got to see this, so I'll hold it up.
Trees for the tree god.
It's the third that's going out.
Yep.
To the show. Pretty happy about it. I was a little worried it was a little basic, but everybody likes it, and I'm going to trust your guys' judgment better than mine. And his. I mean, I trust his judgment better than I trust mine.
She doesn't trust my judgment. I'm her husband. I have to say nice things, apparently.
I have never freaking said that! I love painting clouds. It's something I've got. Go the hell away. Here, you can have the bag. Sorry, I stuck the bag on the dog's head. But so we've got a couple of more different ideas for stuff to do. So I'm really excited.
Sweet.
And I don't work this weekend, so I'm very happy.
You know we're going Saturday, right?
I guess I'll sleep in on Friday.
You sleep in the car.
Now, the way you drive.
You can drive.
Wait. But all in all, things are going swimmingly.
Because I believe Commodore and the Phoenix are going to be there.
No. Are you trying to bribe me with
Yes.
my favorite people?
Yes. Yes.
Considering I think this Saturday, two of my other favorite people are going to be at work. Yeah. I'll tell you about it.
We're hoping. And even if that's something big, something positive, which is just as important.
Of course you will, Ben. You're always there. And I may just end up bringing my art stuff and sit there and paint. So,
Which would be fine.
But as for the art thing,
But you know, Jason's going to be there.
and I'll just sit over and draw up there.
Oh, look. It's useless, lad. Hello, my son. So those of you who don't know, Ray Raceland, that is my son, the former co-host of this show. How are you, son?
Apparently still breathing.
That's good. That's good. All right.
Go away. But in regards to the paintings, I have never wanted to be an artist to become rich. But if I can find someone who is willing to buy and appreciate the art, then to me, it's totally worth the effort.
Ooh.
Sleeping is my second favorite thing. Not being bothered with a close third.
That's not true. I bother her all the time, and she loves it.
All right, how about not bothered by a four-legged furry variety?
Hi. 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 Oh, my lovely wife.
Wait, you got your phone charged. Does that mean I can turn the alarm off?
Yeah. Doesn't matter. My alarm will go off at the same time. Still going off in the same room at the same time. And you're still going to need me. Get up!
3 minutes later.
5.
Yeah, no, when his alarm goes off, I'm sitting here, whack, 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 whack. Get off! Cut it off!
3rd edition. I have to take a look at that. What was I going to say? I'm actually looking at some other options for figures, not for D&D and 40K. I got to get my printer up and working again. That's actually,
that for a week.
I know, I just haven't had the time or the, haven't had the time to do it. That's a Saturday afternoon. That's an all-day Saturday afternoon job trying to figure out what's wrong. I'm so aggravated with the whole thing right now.
Vic will be gone.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday night, but they'll be back.
Look at this nerd running role-playing games. I got to find alternate figures because apparently now that my zombie game is over,
Oh, that's right, they won.
and we're in full swing with the 2 D&D campaigns, we had to figure out what the next campaign is. And I'm going to be running it.
Dark Aura?
Shadowrun.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yeah, I'm going to be running Shadowrun. And it's funny because I'm playing with a bunch of people that have been gamers for as long as I have. One of them was literally the 3rd person at Gen Con to purchase Dungeons & Dragons the Gen Con it came out. The very first. In like, what is that, 74, 73, something like that. He was the 3rd person in line to purchase a copy of it. And of them, none of them have ever played a single session of Shadowrun.
They're going to break that game.
3 of them didn't even know what the game was.
They're going to break it. You know they're going to break
No,
it.
that was the beautiful thing. They got a hold of the 3rd edition or the 4th edition rule book that I have. They were looking at the rules because we talked about it at one point. I came back the next day because they dissect games. I like 1st edition. I like 4th edition the best though.
If there is a way to break a game, they're going to find it.
But it's just the way they play. They don't.
Woo, 13 people watching us right now.
They
Woo.
don't try and break games to be mean. It's just the way their brains work.
Yes.
And as the
They
GM,
optimize themselves to work as a group. Mini
we're mud. The nice thing about it is, as a GM, they're fully open about it, and they show you this is what I can do, so you can prepare for it. They don't try to hide anything. They're like, this is what I do.
We did that. It was not a good idea.
Yeah. So they're very open about it.
Play GURPS.
No, no, I played GURPS with them. They broke it. They broke. They broke GURPS.
We used to have.
They broke it in half,
And then
crumpled it up, lit it on fire, took the ashes, mixed them up, made a clay out of them, rolled it out flat, then broke it again. It was wow. It was.
They do things that I did not know were possible.
I've been playing GURPS since 1990. They did things to GURPS I did not know were possible. It was ridiculous. And I wasn't the one running that game. I was lucky I wasn't the GM of that one. I introduced them to GURPS, and they kind of played a lower part of the game, and they still broke it. They played this game, and it was just like, you guys are stupid.
Yep. So, oftentimes what they do, I do know that sometimes if it's a new system that it sounds like the Marvel
the only way Marvel
Palladium.
No, they would. I wouldn't even want to bring a Palladium book by it. They would just sniff the book. Oh, look, that smells like broken.
That's when you do the God Slayer campaigns.
But the whole thing is that it was funny when I introduced them to Shadowrun, because 4th edition Shadowrun fixed lots and lots of the breaking that you could do in 1st and 2nd and 3rd.
You know, every time I think of Shadowrun, I just think of our Wednesday group.
That wasn't Shadowrun. That person had no concept on how to run Shadowrun. When I came back the next day after they had spent a night reading over the rules and learning the rules, because one of them is psycho like that.
Do they even bother to sleep on the weekends?
Yeah. Well, Mike can only sleep so much because of insomnia. So he just inhaled the rules. And he came back, and the first thing he said to me that morning, you brought to us a game system that confounds us. I appreciate that.
That's an easy system to break.
Oh, dude.
What you're doing.
The whole White Wolf system, that is, I mean...
Exalted's part of White Wolf, by the way.
Exalted's part of White Wolf. The entire White Wolf game system, vampire, werewolf, Exalted, all of those systems, the original systems, they are so breakable. They are ridiculously breakable. I will still never forget how I broke that game, and the GM just stood up, put his books down, and just, I'll be back. He went into the living room. Yeah, Thomas was like, I can't even. Yeah, I have to walk away.
No, you would not.
No, go for it, man.
When I played White Wolf once back many years ago, and I figured out Mage, and I figured out the combinations.
Oh God!
My GM assigned me my own personal Paradox Spirit to bitch slap me every single time because my character was a mage who thought her D&D spell book was real. And
I love the Ars Magica was great. I love White Wolf games. Don't get me wrong. I love the White Wolf games. There's a reason why
we don't have them down here.
Oh, yeah, there's a reason why there's an entire shelf.
Well, actually, all that is Hunter.
Yeah, that's because it's on the other side. That entire bottom row is nothing but White Wolf. Yeah, vampire, werewolf. Yeah, that's all the bottom row. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love.
But we ended up having to call it on the character when they realized just how strong she got, where middle of New York, shortly after 9/11, so it should tell you how long ago this was. And it was just blowing up everywhere. You know, bad shit was going because, you know, the Sabbat was trying to use the falling of the towers as an excuse to make a move on the city. And my mage, who was allied with the prince, stepped out into the middle of the street. People were running, screaming past her and whatnot. She goes, "You will stop now, or the gods will strike you down. And he goes, and what are you going to do? Only time I've ever rolled so well in my life. Rolled just holy shit. And I told my GM what I wanted to do, and he was like, this will kill you if you fuck up. And that was where it went, hey, look, boom, and I summoned Bahamut in the middle of New York. That was how I ended up with my own paradox spirit. The technocracy was like, stop that. I saved people, though. And then someone got it on video, and we had to go track them down.
We were playing werewolf. And the GM let me build a mokole, which is a were alligator. My were alligator, as one of their abilities, they have the ability to look into their past lives. And depending on how tied they are to their past lives, they can make their Krynos form. If you're not familiar with the werewolf system, it's their shape-shifting into a combat form. They can make a Krynos form based on their dreams.
It's believed that these guys are the descendants of the Dragonkin from the second and first age, which is known as Exalted.
Well, the thing was is that I had maxed out the stat as a starting character. So when I transformed, I took a specific combination of abilities. So I'm a normal dude walking down the street. Here I am, I'm a guy. Okay, now we're going to transform. I am now a 50-foot tall Tyrannosaurus Rex with wings that breathes nuclear fire. Yes, folks, I'm a magical Godzilla.
Is your uncle.
As a starting character, I was Godzilla. And that was not using any special or extra rules. I just saw the combination and went for it. I'm a normal dude. I'm Godzilla. I'm going to get rid of this power plant. It's gone now. Because my breath wasn't nuclear fire, it should be more accurate. It was the cleansing fire of Gaia. So I would breathe, buildings would go away, and fields of grass and trees would appear.
The breath weapon of Alexstrasza?
Basically. Except I was doing it to, like, we'll see if we can get anybody back, because I got nobody. I lost y'all. Hey, Commodore. That was not me. I never lost connectivity. I never even got a signal about it. I think it has something to do with freaking YouTube. Yeah. Hey, second out. Wow, I've been really good. Thank you for dropping by. We've been really good. It's been a good clip. We got projects of plenty coming up. Yeah. I don't know. It's either YouTube or people trying to break YouTube because of them. Oh, hey, Austin. Good to see you, buddy. Good to hear from you, man. Good to hear from you. How have you been, buddy? Now, I never heard. Did they keep you on there, or did they have you move on as well? Or if I did know, I forgot. Yeah, I think the only one they kept is Paul. All right, well. If you hit me up on LinkedIn, if you're looking for something, I got a recruiter. So I got a recruiter heavily looking for guys. So let me know. I found something. I landed. So I'm not looking right now. So if you're looking, let me know. Yeah, they kept Paul. The luggage. All right, hit me up on LinkedIn. Let me know. So yeah, we were talking about she and the stuff her GM let go with her Ravnos was ridiculous, and that's the problem with the one problem with White Wolf. They want you to play these low level characters, but then they flaunt all this high level stuff at you, and as soon as a GM lets you have access to any of that high level stuff, you immediately break the game, and you realize that's why they don't let the players have it. Mr. Zane, good to see you, my friend. Oh, let's see here. So yeah, I mean, Shadowrun's a great game. I know we haven't talked about role playing games in a long time on the channel itself for content. It is part of the foundation the channel was founded on. So I will be doing some postmodern terrain that'll be usable for wargaming terrain and for role playing terrain. There's a couple of MDF kits out there that do these hab block type buildings. And once I get the projects I have done ahead of time that I need to get better in the queue ahead of that done, we'll be getting to how to build your own hab block buildings to make some really cool Mechanicus type places, or even an underhive board. I really think an underhive playing board would be a lot of fun for a 40K game, like 1,000-point 40K game, and you're in an underhive. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So, oh my God, this ear is just, oh, I hate ear infections. Oh my God. It's not bad yet, but man, it's just like it feels like I'm underwater over here. We're having our quarterly drawing for our Warlord tier patrons this weekend, and they will be receiving a project that I've completed the filming of, and it'll be a good addition if they have an army. So, honestly, if Master Modeler pulls it, if I pull it for Master Modeler, I may have to find an alternate thing to gift him with, because these are really what I'm be giving away is really a gaming object. No. No Zane. Um, Sorry about that. Hand. All right. I'm just sad we lost these people. We were up to like 13 people. I mean, that's the best we've had in a while. So upcoming stuff. Nothing for 40K really for a bit. They had nothing on that big release stream. There's some cool Necromunda stuff. I mean, yeah, we've gotten a ton of great stuff for 40K over the last few months. So I'm not that surprised, but give me more. I want more stuff. I want more. I want lots more. I want everything. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. So you are correct. A terrain thing would be something you could work with any gamer. This is specifically, I don't even care if I show you. I am doing a tutorial on some custom bases on how to do my desert terrain bases. And I have a set of 10 32 inches and a single 60 millimeters, 32 millimeters, and a single 60 millimeter that I will be giving away to one lucky warlord. And since I'm going to be releasing the tutorial for it this weekend, hopefully, I'll show them how I cheaply and easily made these. So, and for some people that are still building their army, if you know, it's funny. I know what he's done in his terrain. So I don't even know. I don't even know if Miss Phoenix has bases done for hers. And I don't know. I've seen Meeks building his forces. I've never seen what he does for basing. So, like I said, we'll see. We'll see what we get. And so we'll do that drawing this weekend when I release the video for doing these desert bases. So that being said, we are coming up on the 9 o'clock hour. I don't think we're going to get many other people back. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this up tonight. We're going to quick give a shout out to all my lovely patrons. Your continued support really helped this channel out and helped me out and helped me do cool stuff like buying basing material so that I can do these cool tutorials. And I do appreciate it. So we have at our Battle Brother level, we have the ever bizarre and wonderfully weird Inquisitor Zane. And we have Mr. Say My Name, Annie Warmutt, and his wonderful army-themed Dark Angels, which I really think are really great. And he's going to use them for some other game system. I think that's fine too. Then we have our 4 battle leader tiered patrons. We have the Thunder Down Under, Australian Jesus, Kaiju Sharks. I have the Cape Town Commissar, the master of the living machines, Heinrich Botha. I have the Gabo Commissar himself, Mr. Joe Bookish. And then I have my wolf brother, my guy, my man, Wolf Brother Mythos of the Frosting Fists. And then lastly, we have our 4 Warlord tier patrons, which are Smash Captain, the ultimate Smash Captain, James Meeks. We have the man that taught me so much, the man that I love to make me insane with, my lovely brother, Master Modeler, Alex Drake. I have my wonderful niece, who I am so glad we have addicted with our hobby. And I'm so proud of her in so many ways. I can't really tell you. She's an amazing artist. She's an amazing photographer. She is an incredibly talented person, and I am all the better for having her in my life. The lovely Flight of the Phoenix. And then finally, coming in from high orbit, nuking Zane to the point where he has to use an alternate account to get in to see these games and see these videos. Man I love like a brother myself, the man that makes me want to invest in head wax. He is the Commodore. Yeah, it's Commodore. So, that being said, final thoughts. Yeah, he strikes down the innocent, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to exterminatus. Lay everything to waste and pick out the ashes. So some final thoughts. I touched on this when I was working on my army, and I know some of you are starting to work on armies. Some of you are actually looking at figures for the first time in a long time. Some of you have been hitting armies forever. And I guess the biggest thing I ever want to point out about 40K, and I had to point this out to my own wife. This is a game. This is a game we play for fun. It is not a reason to get stressed. It is not a reason to get upset. Build and paint your figures at your leisure. It's not a job. You're not getting paid to do it. Do it as relaxation. Do it as fun. Do it as an expression of your artistic self. But do it as you can. That'd be a fun army. I actually do that to Imperial Guard because, I mean, their guns are just pretty much like airsoft weapons anyhow. But yeah, don't let yourself let yourself get stressed out about the game. Just enjoy it. And I know there's a lot of people that get stressed out about painting figures, and I'm telling you, they're just figures for a game. If you want to go nuts and paint them at the highest tier possible, then you do that, and do it at your own speed. You're not on a timetable. And if anyone tells you otherwise, tell them to go blow you, because that's all there is to it. I got myself stressed out. About painting figures. And there's no reason. This is a hobby we do for fun, guys. I want to give some quick shout outs to a couple of very special people that do some really great stuff that have been. I never went away, Warmutt. You unfortunately you missed me calling out your name. I never went away. Apparently, YouTube kicked all you guys out. I never dropped stream at all. I don't know. Probably with the RNC, there's probably all kinds of crazy things going on the internet right now too. You missed me saying your name. Okay, once again, at the $1 a month Battle Brother level, Inquisitor, my God, he's so weird, Zane, and my guy with his desert-themed Army Angels, Mini, war mods. All right. No. Like I said, I want to give a quick shout out to a couple of people that have been something of relief for me lately, and people I want to know that even with everything else I do and everything else we do here in the channel, some people that are actually very special to me, and I don't even know if they realize it at times. Because like I said when I started off the show, I had been going through a rough period the last month or two, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. Nothing serious, just headspace. It's just it happens. 6+ Stevo had a video about it recently. Winters SEO had a video about it recently. A lot. I think I talked about this a couple weeks ago when I was trying to come to grips with it. Lady Dragon suffers from anxiety, and she had an anxiety attack that crippled her for almost a week, where she just couldn't do anything. She couldn't step out of the house without having another panic attack. So, and I was in the same boat for a while there. I was, yeah, I mean, it is, being stuck in the house and not being around people. I'm a social creature. Most of the time I deal with my depression by being around people. So there are a couple people, and those of you who know me will know some of these names, and some of you that are just on this channel might recognize some of these names. But I want to give a big first shout out to Tina Raven and Ben Carrasquillo. They are a pair of players in my local gaming group. And they basically are the mom and dad that host up these Saturday SmackDown games. They make sure if there's water there, they make sure that people know they're invited. They keep people. We have a Facebook group that there's a conversation going that's been going on for months now, where just constant chatter where people talk about stuff during the day. And Ben always keeps things lighthearted, and Tina always keeps things very positive. And I want them to know personally how much that means to me. How much I consider them glue that keeps my local gamosphere together. They are a very special couple of people. And I think as a whole, the community here in the Milwaukee area owes them a great big thank you, because I think the two of them really do some amazing work to just keep their eye on everybody, and just kind of keep the friendliness and the fun going. And Ben, really, from the bottom of my heart, you and Tina, you guys are my heart. You guys are just such lovely people. I cannot thank you enough. Even if I can't make it every Saturday, just the fact that I know that you guys are out there just trying to keep everybody chugging away in these tough times. You're a point of light in dark times. So thank you to the two of you. Another shout out I want to give out to, he's not in the channel right now, and some of you might know his name, but I have a very good friend of mine, Antonio Alcazar. And he and I have had some really good conversations while things have been dark with the whole COVID thing. And Antonio is a very special individual. He's a really good guy. And I don't think he understands. I don't think he even knows. His positivity when things are really, really dark, his positivity is again, a point of light that I really, really appreciate. The last shout out I want to give actually is to somebody I know who might have been, he wasn't here earlier. I don't know if he's in the channel right now. But I shouted him out a couple weeks ago for my video. But I want to shout him out again. If you're not a subscriber to the Pale Orc, you need to be. You need to look at his channel. This guy he's just a guy. And, you know, I talk about that being, like, to me, one of the most genuine things. The people I like the most in the world are people that are just guys. They're just, and male or female, it doesn't matter. If you know what I mean by, I'm just a guy. You know, I'm not some special. I'm not some superhero. I'm not some, you know, world shaker, changing world type person. I'm just a guy that tries to do the right thing and do the good thing and do the positive thing. And Pale Orc is one of those people. There he is. Pale Orc is one of those people. So if you're not one of his followers, you need to go to his channel. You need to sub on his channel. You need to check out his content, because this is a guy that is a beacon of positivity in these dark times. And we need more people like him playing this game out on YouTube, spreading just joy and a love of being around your fellow person. So, Orc, you really... I didn't just shout you out the other week because I thought you're a cool guy. You really are a very special person. You're just a guy, but you're a very special one. So, that being said, I am Big D, and I am the Gamecraft Dragon. And we are at an end for this week's Talkin' Tuesday. This weekend, we will have a base building tutorial where I will teach you how to make these lovely desert bases and make a low-cost, super low-cost terrain tutorial texture paste. Super cheap, a lot of it for very little money, and it gives you some really great effects. So I'm going to have that out this weekend. You guys will see that. You'll be able to use it on terrain, use it on bases, use it on buildings. I'll show you some other cool ways to use it. But that'll be out this weekend. Saturday, I will not be around in the morning because I have a game. But if I remember my calendar right, Saturday afternoon at noon, I will have my UK friendly stream. So if you want to come back and talk about what we talked about, or talk with some of our UK friends from noon until 2:30, we will be having the Central Standard Time. So I think that's like 6 o'clock to 8:30 UK time. We are going to have a stream, just kind of consulting everything that's gone on in the past month in Warhammer 40K and Warhammer on a whole. Yeah, like I said, we'll have this out this weekend. I've already got it filmed. I just got to finish editing it up. To give you an idea here, just to give you a quick idea here, everybody here that uses a Grelin Badlands or Astro Granite, you know how big that tub is, and you know how much those go for. Those like $8. I'm going to show you how to make a tub of this much of that stuff. This is the exact same stuff, and it was $3. $3. You can call it whatever color you want. So, we'll put that out this weekend. We will see you all then. Until then, epic your board, epic your game, and epic your life. I'm Big D. Much love to all of you. Take care of each other. You know, be excellent to each other. It's a dumb movie, but it's a great sentiment. Be excellent to each other. We'll see you this weekend.